Hi and welcome back to South African Homesteader. We have just brought home a batch of 100 broilers, and for now they are housed inside the house in a square brooder box. We have heat lamps and we have the water with some vitamins in it, as well as their food. So a square brooder box for this many chicks, however, is not ideal as they tend to huddle into the corners and end up squashing each other. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be making a round brooder box, which I will show you, and we will be moving them into a shed with a heater and into the round brooder box with heat lamps and their food. They are looking happy for this is their day one at home. So this is the next morning and they still appear to be happy. This is the first batch that we moved into the brown brooder. They are still busy moving some of the other chicks. So we're moving in from inside the house. So here is a gas heater. We're also going to put our heat lamps still and the food. But they're nicely spread out. It's better to have these round brooders for them, because with the square ones, if they get cold, they tend to congregate in the corners. This way there's no corners for them to congregate. Now we used the backing board that you usually use for cupboards. We used to make these brooder boxes, and they've attached it to battens right around, so it's quite inexpensive to make. This is now the heat lamp, and we've put the other. It looks so little now. This brooder box is quite big. So here my husband is just connecting the electricity to the heat lamps. For this size brooder box, we have 2 heat lamps that we will be connecting. We also have a heater that will provide additional heat to the actual room.
You see this power on this extension?
Okay, there we have power, and here we have the heat lamp. This area is a lot smaller.
So that guy is on now. So are we going to put the gas thing in?
Did you buy the extension for the
I
gas?
didn't get a chance to go there.
Yeah, we've got a gas head thing that is specifically for chicks, which we are going to put here, but we're using that heater in the meantime. And it seems to be warming up this place very nicely. We knew that the round brooders are best. We had to figure out a way how we are going to make it. The wood chips is quite deep. It's about 3 centimeters deep, so it should insulate them nicely as well. Actually, maybe a little bit more than 3 centimeters. Okay, so now we're going to be putting in the waterers and the food, and then they should be good to go. Okay, so now we have our 2 waterers and we have our 2 feeders and just an additional little feeder. So we have 86 left of the 110. We lost quite a few in the past 4 days, I would say, because I think it was just getting a bit crowded. They were squashing each other in the square box, which is why we decided we need to make this round box. This is the first time that we are brooding these chicks in the heart of winter, and it was getting very cold at night. Even though they had a heater as well as a heat lamp, the square box just wasn't doing it. So this should be. Also, that room was way too big, and it took I mean, you can coming in here, you can feel immediately that it's that it's warm, because we put the heater on this morning early, so that by the time we now moved them, the heat was nicely distributed, which is why when they came in here, they immediately started spreading out. So 5 tips is, number 1 is have a round brooder box. Number 2 is have a heat source such as your heat lamps and the heater to warm up the environment. Number 3 is have enough water and food available for the number of chicks that you have. The 4th tip is put cardboard at the bottom for the first 3 days without any wood chips, as 1-day-old chicks won't be able to differentiate between the wood chips and the food. Once they are used to where the food is, you then put your wood chips down at the bottom. My 5th tip is dip the little beaks into the water as well as into the food as soon as they get home, because that way they will know exactly where the food is, and you don't need to do it to all of them. The others will catch on when they see 1 or 2 of them drinking and eating from the food. Hey, look how big you've gotten. Hey, they are so happy with the 2 heat lamps, and then we have this heater which is on 24/7. It's a 9 kg tank, and we put it on a consistent heat for them. My word, look at you. Look at you. So much cleaner, so much drier. And so nicely spread out. So those are my 5 tips for brooding your 1-day-old chicks, as well as the materials that we use to make this round brooder box. I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. So if you would like to see more of what we do here on the homestead, then please click the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our new videos. And also press the like button if you like this video. From me, Haria, at South African Homesteader. Until next time.